Hi, plant buddies. I have another not so good update on my Aglaonema Frosted Ghost here. So in the last video, I had pulled it out of the water and it didn't really have a lot of roots, and then I tried planting it in some soil substrate thinking that that would maybe make it root faster, and all it really did was make the stems rot. So I have one last trick up my sleeve to try to save this plant. And what I'm going to do is kind of check to see, there should be some viable stem like up at the tops of these yet. And I'm actually just going to chop that up into like a wet stick situation and put it in my prop box. So I do apologize for the lighting in here at the moment. The grow lights are still on here in the basement overwintering plant room. So the lighting's probably a little bit crazy in this video, but and it's kind of hard to tell on these. Oh, it might help if I turn on the light. There we go. Hopefully that's a little bit better. It's kind of hard to tell on these. I think there's two nodes on this one. I might just kind of put it all in there as one piece, but as you can see, there's no rot in this part of the stem that I cut off here. If there was, that wouldn't really be viable to even try to do this, but so I'm just removing all the leaves off of the stem here so I can kind of see what I'm working with here. But yeah, that first one there just was rotted completely off. This one looks like it might have a couple of different nodes there too. I think they're those little dots, because I think that's where like roots would come from on these. So, um, but yeah, so I'm just going to stick them in my prop box here. I do right now have some philodendrons in here, my majestic that I chopped up, and uh, Burley Mark's Fantasy. But I'm just going to kind of find a spot in there and just kind of plop these Aglaonema stem cuttings in there and see if anything happens. I'm not really sure. Like I said, I've never tried doing this before, but um, like I was saying, the prop box is going to be kind of my last ditch effort to save this plant. So might as well pop it in there and see what happens. So, and then you can probably see there's a lot of algae growing in this. It does kind of live on the workbench behind me here, so it gets a lot of light from the grow light. So unfortunately, it does grow that algae on the perlite, but so we'll give that one last ditch effort there to try to save the Aglaonema Frosted Ghost. But yeah, putting it in the soil substrate really was not a great idea, apparently. Like you can see that this stem is just completely rotted down here, so I don't think I will try propagating them in that manner again. And maybe if I kept the soil a lot more dry, I'm not sure if that would have really made a difference or not, but yeah, this definitely did not work. So we'll check in here at some point in the future again and with an update and see if my last ditch effort worked or if that is the end of the Aglaonema Frosted Ghost. But yeah, we'll see you next time. Bye.